Hello students, in this class we will discuss three-phase inverter in 120 degrees conduction mode. Last class we discussed about the 180 degrees conduction mode. Once again, what is inverter? Inverter is a circuit which converts DC power to AC power. But here three-phase inverter means which converts DC power to three-phase AC power. Right. So in this three-phase inverter connection we already discussed 180 degrees conduction mode, but here 120 degrees conduction mode we have to discuss. Name itself, what is meaning of this 120 degrees conduction mode? 120 degrees conduction mode means simply each and every switch will conduct 120 degrees simply. Will conduct 120 degrees. In the previous class, we discussed each and every switch will conduct 180 degrees. Here, if we connect 120 degrees only. So first, before that, we will look into the circuit. This is the DC. This is the DC voltage, and this DC voltage is nothing but the input voltage. This DC voltage is nothing but the input voltage. Okay. So why he is looking like this? This is the DC. Lot of DC things are seriously connected, and we have to convert this DC voltage into three-phase AC voltage. This is for these two switches for A phase, these two switches for B phase, these two switches for C phase. That's why these two switches are connected to A. This A is connected to some load, and next B switch connected to B is connected to load, and C is connected to C, this is load. This is the three-phase load. This is nothing but simply a three-phase load. Understand? Yes. This input voltage, DC input voltage is converted into the supply to the three-phase load. By this three-phase load, we will get the three-phase AC voltage. Input is DC voltage, output is three-phase AC voltage. By arranging these switches, how many types of switch? How many number of switches we have? We have 6 switches. For each and every phase. This is a three-phase system. Here we consider the three phases are A phase, B phase, C phase. For A phase we are using 2 switches S1 and S2. For B phase we are using 2 switches S3 and S4. And for C phase we are using S5 and S6. So here in order to understand simply, I keep the switches directly. I show the switches, but switch can be used as our SCR or thyristor, MOSFET, IGBT. These are the power electronic devices used as switches. By giving the triggering pulses, it will operate. For example, generally in this circuit, we are considering the SCR, or another name is the thyristor. Thyristor has to give the supply. Whenever it gives the triggering pulse, then it will conduct. Otherwise, it doesn't conduct. Right. Now we will entering into the operation of the switches. The operation of the switches will decide by this conduction mode. Here, look at here. This is 0 to 300 or 360 degrees. For 0 to 360 is complete one cycle. Actually, this is the complete one cycle. This is the complete one cycle. Understand? Right. So for this one cycle, we have to generate the 3 phases. So generally, for A phase, start at 0 degrees. That's why at 0 degrees, you have to on the switch 1. Look at this. you have to on the switch 1. So it will be conducted up to 120 degrees only. After 120 degrees, the switch will be open. The switch will be open. Look at it. It is from 0 to 120 and switch will be open. Understand? The remaining switch, remaining 60 degrees will be in gray mode. Gray mode means it's like gray color. Gray color means it is again off. Right. But to get this B phase, this switch S3 switch must be operated. This S3 switch must be operated in this three-phase connection. A, B, C is three-phase system. These are displaced by 120 degrees. That's why after starting of the A phase, after completion of the 120 degrees phase displacement, the S3 switch will be started. Look at here. S3 switch will be conducted from this 120 to 240. Again this switch will be conducted only 120 degrees. Again 120 degrees. After the completion of the B phase, C phase must be started. C phase, the phase difference between B phase and C phase is 120 degrees. So after starting the S3 120 degrees, this S5 will be started. This S5 will be conducted for 120 degrees. After that, it will be open. Next, after we have to give the 60 degrees is the gap. This will be open system. The whatever remaining switch in the A phase, S2. So again S2 will be conducted for 120 degrees. After 60 degrees gap, again S1 will be given. S1 switch will be operated on for 120 degrees. After that 60 degrees again off mode, then S2 will be started. This is for the A phase. These all will be operated for the A phase. Look at here, that's why these switches only coming for the segment 1. Segment 1 is operated for the A switch. That's why for A switch, it started from 0 to 120 degrees. Because 120 degrees conduction mode, it has to conduct every switch only 120 degrees. After that 60 degrees will be gap. After that S2 switch will be conducted. It will be conducted 120 degrees. After that again 60 degrees will be gap. And again after that S1 will be conducted. Again 60 degrees S2 will be conducted. Yes. This is this A segment, A phase. For A phase, these two switches will be operated. For B phase, what happened? Look at the B phase. After 120 degrees of the switch 1, S3 will be on. This S3 will be conducted for the 120 degrees. After 60 degrees gap, S4 will be conducted. Look at here. This S4 will be conducted. After 60 degrees gap, again S3 will be conducted. So this will be continued. This segment 2 will be operated for the B switch. Look at here. That's why it is connected to B. For segment 3, look at here. After completion of the S3 120 degrees, S5 will be started. S5 will be on. And after continuation of the 120 degrees, 60 degrees will be gap. After that S6 will be conducted for 120 degrees. After 60 degrees gap, again S5 will be conducted. So this complete S5 S6 switches is for operating the C phase. So before this we have 60 degrees gap, again S6 will be there. Before that we have again 60 degrees gap, then like that. So that's why this three-phase inverter is called as the 120 degrees conduction mode. This is only, look at here, each and every switch, S1, S2, S3, S5, S4, S6, any switch will be connected only. Look at S1, it is only 120 degrees. Look at S4, this is 300 to 60. This is 300 to, look at here, 300 to this is the 360. 360, 60 plus 60, 420, like that. So don't confuse here. At 360, again new cycle will be started. That's why it is 0. And like that, 0, 60, 120, 180, 240, 300 will be considered. This is the another cycle. This is also one cycle. Understand? This is also one cycle up to 360. So keep it here. This is for the 360. After completion of the 360, the cycle will be completed. The cycle will be completed like that, right? That's why it is called as a 120 degrees mode. So by this 120 degrees mode, the explained theory will be given. So you can read this theory. If you didn't understand, once you go through these 4 points, you will understand each and everything, right? So from this segment, from these waveforms, so from these waveforms for 0 to 60 degrees, from 0 to 60 degrees, and from 60 to 120, 120 to 180, these all segments, which switches are in closed mode, which switches are in open mode, you have to note that. So first from 0 to 60, if you look at the 0 to 60, this is 0 and 60. Look at here, switch 1 and switch 4 both are on. What about this mode? What about remaining? Only 2 switches will be operated on. So that's why you have to write H1, H4 are closed while remaining switches are open. From 60 to 120, look at 60 to 120, this is the 60 to 120, look at here, S1 is on and S6 is on. So S1, S6 are on, that means S1, S6 are closed while remaining switches are open. Like that, from 120 to 180, S3, S6 will be closed. From 180 to 240, S2, S3 will be closed. And from 240 to 300, S2, S5 will be closed, remaining are off. From 300 to 600, S4, S5. Look at for 300 to 360, look at it, 300 to 360, this region, observe this region, in this region, S4 will be S4, S5 in conduction mode, and there is no remaining switches in conduction mode, right? So these are useful, this data is useful to find out the phase voltage and line voltages. By using the phase voltages, line voltages, we will find out the waveforms. So by drawing that waveforms, we will understand which type of waveform it will come. It will be a 3-phase waveform or a single phase waveform will come, right? So the simplified circuit for each step to better understand the current flow voltage parameters for 3-phase inverter circuit. From this, for each step, you have to consider these 0 to 60 and 60 to 120. These all are the, take it as a one step. These all are, take it as the each and every step. So by analyzing these steps, you will get phase and line voltages. So first step is for 0 to 60 degrees. In this step, you know that S1, S4 are closed while remaining 4 switches are open. So look at your diagram. This is the DC voltage. S1 is closed and S4 is closed. Remaining S2, S3, S5, S6 all are open. Whenever it is closed, what happens? The current flow will be like this. The current flow will be only entering into this switch. This because this is open and this is open. And again current will be enter like this, and current will be flowing through the A line. And there is no current flowing C, because if it goes, it is open and it is open. There is no path. That's why it flows through this, and it will flows through this. That's why it is flow. Oh, sorry. This current will be flow. It doesn't go that side, only this side, because this is the closed path. Understand? The current will flow like this. Current will flow like this because remaining switches are off. That time we have to find out the load. How the load is connected? The load is connected like this. Just write down the load here. So here just load is 3-phase load. You know that the 3-phase load. The 3-phase load is like this. So better to take the resistors, then it will be easy. This is one resistor, and we have the another resistor B, and we have the another resistor C. This is the 0 point or neutral point. This is the ground. So the modified circuit for the S1, S4 closed switches is like this. The modified circuit is like this. From this is the neutral point. That's why you can take it as the 0. This 0 is here. This 0 is here. Then we can find out VA0 and VB0. What is VA0? VA0 is nothing but the phase voltage. What is VB0? This is also phase voltage. VC0 is the phase voltages. First write down VA0. This point and neutral is, and VB0 and the VC0 are the phase voltages. Phase voltages. The voltage between these phases, A phase and B phase, B phase and C phase, C phase and A phase, are the line voltages. VAB and VBC and VCA are the line voltages. Line voltages. Then we can find out these voltages. So directly he is writing for 0 to 60 degrees. VA0 is phase voltage, VC0, VB0 are. VA0 is Vs by 2. This voltage is Vs by 2. And this voltage is minus Vs by 2. First keep in your mind, the current is flowing from positive way. A0 is the always plus. But the current, look at here, this is current from 0 to B, reverse current. This is from 0 to B. That's why we will get the minus Vs by 2. Minus Vs by 2. And we will analyze one circuit. You will get how the voltages will come. You will understand. First, so write down this circuit diagram. Circuit diagram is the Vs is the circuit, and we have A here. A is the 1 point, and we have resistor, and the neutral point, this is the R0, and this is also the resistor. So generally this VA0 and VB0 are the phases. Always VA0 is the voltage between VA0 and VB0 voltage between B and 0. This is the VB0. Keep in your mind. This VA0 and this VB0. So first, in order to find out this VA0 and VB0, first assume to find out the current flowing in the circuit. So what is the current flowing in the circuit? Current voltage by resistance. What is voltage value? Vs. The resistors are 2 is there, R plus R. Then the current is Vs by 2R. Next, current is came. What is VA0? VA0 equal to, VA0 is the current flowing in the resistor and the resistance. Current flowing in the resistor is I, because the current flowing through the plus region into R. What is I there? I is Vs by 2R and into R. That's why it is remaining is Vs by 2. So from this we will get VA0 equal Vs by 2. Understand? Right. Next we will find out VB0. VB0 equal, just look at VB0. In the VB0 the current will be enter from the negative terminal and leaving from the positive terminal. Look at here. Current will be entering from this is the negative terminal. So that's why you have to, current is negative terminal, and just write the negative current with resistance. So from that, negative minus I Vs by 2R into R, and by that we will get VB0 equal minus Vs by 2. Understand? Minus Vs by 2. Simply keep in your mind, here the source voltage VA0 is positive side, VB0 is negative side. That's why VA0 Vs by 2, VB0 minus Vs by 2. Any VC0 is there? Nothing. VC0 is there. There is no current. So that's why VC naught, there is no current flowing, current into resistance now. So what is the current in VC naught? VC naught current, there is no flowing of the current, current is 0. That's why VC naught also 0. VC naught also 0. So you will get, finally you will get VA naught equal VS by 2, VC naught equal 0, VB naught equal minus VS by 2. These all are the phase voltages only. These all are phase voltages. Right. By using this, we can derive the line voltages. Okay. What is line voltage? VAB, VBC, VCA. Between voltage between A and B is the line voltage. Voltage between A and C is the line. B and C is the line voltage. So what is the formula for VAB? VA naught minus VB naught. What is VA naught? VA naught is VS by 2. VB naught equal, this is like this, VS by 2 minus of minus VS by 2. Then we will get plus VS. What is VBC? VBC equal VB naught minus VC naught. What is VB naught? VB naught equal minus VS by 2. And what is VC naught? Equal to 0. Minus VS naught minus 0, you will get minus VS by 2. What is VCA? VC naught minus VA naught. What is VC naught here? VC naught is the 0 and VA naught equal to VS by 2. So 0 minus VS by 2, you will get the minus VS by 2. That's why the line voltage is VAB equal to VS and VBC equal to VS, VCA equal to VS by 2. So this is the procedure to find for each and every step phase voltages as well as the line voltages. This is for step 1. What about step 2? Step 2 is for 60 to 120 degrees. Look at here. Look at the waveform. For 60 to 120 degrees, which switches are on? Look at this area. S6 will be on and S1 will be on. That's why for step 2, the conduction is for 60 to 120. 60 to 120. So S1, S6 are closed while the remaining switches are open. So look at here, S1 is closed and S6 will be closed, remaining S2, S3, S4, S5 all are open. So from this we can write Vs A. So A will be short circuited, so directly it will be connected to A, and we have a resistor, some R4. From this current will be flowing like this. So look at this current. So from the Vs current will be flow in this manner. There is no current flow because these all are open. Current is flowing. This is open. That's why current is flowing from A. Is there any current entering into the B? No, because here open and here open. The closed path is here only. That's why the current is flowing like this manner. In this manner, and it will again entering into the source. From this, Vs is the source. Current is entering from the A point and the resistor R3, and this is the neutral point R0. Current is entering into this region and the C. From that directly we can write. So what is VA naught? VA naught is upside, that's why plus Vs by 2. What is VC naught? VC naught downside, minus Vs by 2. What is VB naught? For VB naught there is no voltage, there is no current, that's why VB naught is 0. So by using this we can derive the line voltages also. Here VAB equal to VA naught minus VB naught. What is VA naught? Vs by 2. VB naught equal 0, that's why Vs by 2. What is VBC? VBC equal to VB naught minus VC naught. VB naught equals 0, VC naught equal minus Vs by 2. We will get plus Vs by 2. And VCA equal to VC naught minus VA naught. So what is VC naught here? VC naught minus Vs by 2, and VC naught equal minus Vs by 2, and VA naught equal to plus Vs by 2. Look at here. Just minus Vs by 2 minus Vs by 2. That's why you will get the minus Vs. So these are the phase voltages. These are the line voltages. For step 3, it is from 120 to 180. 120 to 180. If you observe the waveforms, S3, S6 are closed. Remaining switches are open. Look at here. S3 will be closed and S6 will be closed. Remaining S1, S2, S4, S5 are open. By that we can modify the circuit is Vs equal, so the current will be flows like this. The current will be flows like this, and the current flow from the C point like this. Understand? The current is follow. That's why Vx current is entering from the B point and flowing through some resistance and flowing through the neutral point and some resistance ending from the C like this. So by that there is no current flowing into the A, that's why VA not equal 0. But VB not current is entering from the positive side, that's why VB not equal Vs by 2. And for VC not current is leaving from the Vs, that's why Vs equal minus Vs by 2. From that we will get VAB equal, these are the phase voltages, this is also phase voltages, and these are the line voltages. These are very much useful to understand line voltage and phase voltage. From this VAB equal VA naught minus VB naught. VA naught is 0, VB naught equal minus VA by 2, that's why we will get minus Vs by 2. VBC equal VB naught minus VC naught. VB naught equal Vs by 2, VC naught equal minus of minus Vs by 2, that's why you will get Vs. VCA equal VC naught minus VA naught. VC naught equal to minus Vs by 2, VA naught equal 0. VA naught equal 0. That's why you will get minus Vs. Understand? For we have 6 number of steps for the cycle. And up to 180, 240 you can do it. And again 240 to 300 you can do it. And for 300 to 600 also you can do it. So if you find the 3 steps, you will understand what happened actually in these switches, right? So by using these data, by collecting this data, by deriving this data, we will draw the waveforms. So these waveforms are, this is the waveforms. This is the switching segments. Which segment switches will be on? This first A segment is used for the A phase. In order to on the A phase, this is for the B phase, and segment 3 for the C phase. This is the switching. From this 0 to 60 degrees VA naught value is 0 to 60 degrees. Step 1 VA naught value is, what is VA naught value? Vs by 2. So just draw here VA naught equal to Vs by 2 from 0 to 60 degrees, because this is 0. This is Vs by 2, and step 2 0 to 60 degrees VA naught value again minus plus Vs by 2, that's why it is increases. For 120 to 180, look at the waveform, you will get the 0. For 180 to 360 you will get minus Vs, and you will get 0 like that. For VB naught also, for 0 to 60 degrees VB naught value is, in the diagram you will have, look at the diagram, you will have minus Vs by 2. So look at for 0 to 60 degrees VB naught value is minus Vs by 2. That's why the wave is downwards. And for 60 to 120 it is 0. And 100 to 180, not 180 up to 240, you will have Vs by 2 and 0 like that. For VC naught waveform, it follows this thing, just observe the waveform. What about VA minus VB? Look at. So for VAB 0 to 60 degrees, what is VAB? Plus Vs. So plus Vs means minus Vs by 2 single step. So that's why you will get 2 steps. Half is the Vs by 2, full step is the Vs. For 60 to 120 we have Vs by 2. And 120 to 180 we have minus Vs by 2. 120 to 180 VAB is minus Vs by 2. Okay. By using these line voltages, if you draw the VAB, this is the waveform you will get. Right. For VBC also waveform, this is the waveform, we will get this, the waveform. Right. For VCA also, look at this waveform also like this. So this VA naught, once again, this VA naught and VB naught, VC naught, these three are phase voltages of inverter. This is the voltage between neutral point and the phase. And these three VAB, VBC, VCA are the line voltages. Line voltages. This line voltages represents the voltage between the two phases. VAB, VBC, VCA. Phase voltage represents the voltage between phase and the neutral point. Phase and the neutral point. So is it three phase or not? Just look at here. Just this is the A wave. This is the A wave. It's like a different wave, but it consisting of the positive half cycle and negative half cycle. The wave which consisting of the positive half cycle and negative half cycle, that is called as AC wave. Understand? And this is the one phase. Look at the other phase. After 120 degrees, this phase will be started. It's a positive and negative. After starting point, the peak of 120 degrees, again this is the positive wave and negative wave. So this is the phase voltage. The phase voltage of the three phase system. For this is A phase. After 120 degrees, B phase will be started. After 126 degrees, C phase will be started. So what about line voltages? So finally you will get phase voltage are three phase AC. For line voltages, look at the line voltage. For example, line voltage peak is here, peak point is here generally. So after 60 and 120, you will get the peak here. The gap is 120 degrees here. For this line also, it start from here. After 60 and 120, it will be started here. This peak is start 0. This peak is start 120. This peak is start the 240. So these line voltages are also in the three phase system. So this is also follows the three phase voltages. How we can define these three phase voltages? Each and every phase must be in 60 degrees displacement. For the phase also as well as line also. So this is the three phase inverter 120 degrees conduction mode. The switching time is nothing but the conduction period. If the switch is conducted 180 degrees, then it is become 180 degrees conduction mode. Understand? So this is to generate by giving the DC supply, we will get the three phase voltages as well as the line voltages. Okay, but compare with the two three phase 120 degrees are three phase 120 degrees is three phase inverter of 120 degrees highly applicable than the three phase 180 degrees because it having low switching losses and very good power factor. Okay, this is about 120 degrees conduction mode of the three phase inverters. I think all of you understand this. Thank you.